I don't like all that. It's Monday. Monday. All right, so we are live, and I'm going to go ahead and play the intro. Like I said, I just really love that intro. So yeah. All right, so welcome back. I'm Thomas Allen with the Forge. I thought I had already come back, but I don't think that it was public because I checked the stream and it did not look like we were out there. And I want to make sure that anybody can join in because welcome to Hobby Hangout. Hobby Hangout is a time for you to come and hang out with me. I'll be in my studio working on different projects and things, admin stuff for the studio, but I figured if I'm in the studio and I'm working and I'm trying to get people to engage with my studio, then why don't I just be live while I'm in the studio? So I'm not setting that as a commitment that every time I'm in the studio I'm going to be live, but I'm going to try to be as live as often as possible to be able to engage with people because everyone has a different schedule. It's not like you can try to gear or tailor towards one set of crowd because then you're kind of excluding a bunch of other people. And I'm all about uh, trying to build up the community with my content and my effort. So that's where we are. Right now, what I'm doing inside the studio is I'm trying to just make sure that all this is working. It's been a learning curve getting being new to YouTube and being a content creator. There are a lot of things that you have to learn. And behind the scenes, I've been watching a lot of people's videos. I've been reading a lot, um, and then experimenting with different software to to get things going. So your videos, okay. Right now I'm just checking out YouTube to see if YouTube says that we're live. So it says that we're live and the title is correct and we're public. So right now we have nobody on. That's okay. When you do tune in, thank you for tuning in and welcome. So we've got a lot of things going on this week. It's Monday. I did want to start off by saying what's going on in the studio because it's going to help me focus on what I need to do today. Um, this week in the studio, we're continuing to build our website, our eBay store, our social media pages, and we've got 3 awesome projects in the works. So on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have a paint and chill session that's 2 hours long. I try to put it towards later in the day so that when people get off work and it's kind of later, so it's after dinner. If you're just chilling and relaxing, you can join in and we can paint minis together and hang out and basically just nerd out about Warhammer because for me, Warhammer used to be such a great relaxing way to be able to focus on something and honestly mind dump. But it's not mind dumping because you're focused and you're productive and you're being creative. And I found that that helped out with a lot of other things that I had going on too. When I got my Warhammer time, I was a happier person, you know? Live for the coffee. I might go get another cup of coffee, so I'll throw up. I'll be right back, but that's okay because it's going to be a long day here at the forge. Boop, boop, boop. I don't know. What do I need to do? I wish YouTube Studio was better. If YouTube Studio was better, I wouldn't have to have something like Streamlabs. Oh yeah, be right back. Thanks a lot. I appreciate that. Yeah, I was talking. That's cool though, because then that means that I know that for sure nobody on video watching this later will have heard a single thing that I said, and I've been on for 20 minutes. Wow. Oh wait, no, not that whole 20 minutes, but I was on with the mic, and then I went and made another cup of coffee. This is my third cup. It's a rough Monday, so if I'm ever above 2 cups of coffee, you know it's a rough day, and I'm on 3 now. Uh, I put on a junky shirt though, so that I could paint and stuff, even though I'm doing admin for like the next until noon, because I got to do all that eBay stuff. So you're gonna see me here on shortly clean up all these models, and then I got to set up an area to take photos of it uh, because I don't like just taking just a picture just anywhere. So I do like a little studio setup with a solid background so that so that it looks professional, like the way it's supposed to look, so that when somebody sees the product, it's displayed in the best way possible. So I put some effort into that. So you'll see me clean all these up, get them ready. You'll probably see me airbrush on the main studio table over there, and then I'll change it around for the photos, take the photos, and then I got to do the eBay listings. So, and that'll probably honestly take longer than 12. I'm just notorious for setting goals for myself that are hard to achieve. So, uh, So, in the army, we had a phrase called soft times and hard times. And so if I adapted that phrasing to this, like that saying, it would be the 12 o'clock thing is just a soft time. So tentatively, I would like to be done by noon so that I could focus the whole day on this bad boy right here because I am really excited. Like my creative side, my artist side wants to really get going with this. But unfortunately, it's not all fun and games. You got to do business stuff too. All right, so where were we? We are um oh yeah, I was telling you, yeah. So it says I've been on for like 23 minutes, but I broke and went and got coffee and then I switched the screen to be right back and then I muted the mic. So probably only like a good 5, 6 minutes in there of me just rambling away, not doing anything. Um, all right, so let's start cleaning those bad boys up. It's so dark in here. Let's get some light, make it brighter. I want it. It's a cloudy day today. It might rain later, I don't know. Looks like strong overcast. Okay, so I want this thing to be as bright as possible. I think it's pretty bright. Alright. So it's good. I don't like it though. It's putting a glare on everything. Jesus. Help me. Okay. Okay, so I need a brush, toothbrush. Start with a good dusting. Put sparkles off. Okay. How's that? So what I'm doing here is I'm getting products ready for my eBay store. If you're just tuning in, and to do that, I'm cleaning them up, dusting them off, inspecting them, making sure there's no defects, broken parts. And if everything is good to go, I'm going to set them aside to create a batch that I will prime and ready for paint, and then get them listed. So far, we're pretty good. This is the quality assurance that I'll try to offer. Nothing worse than buying something with the expectations that it's going to be a certain way, and then you get it and it's not. And that might be a rant about my box from earlier, but it's still, it rings true, you know. That was pretty disappointing. I kind of set my hopes up too high for that one. I figured because of the pictures were, not the greatest. They didn't show up the up close details as well, or maybe I just didn't look at them good enough because it passed my initial impression on photos. So I moved on to like the description and everything else, and it's a decent buy, but not a great buy. And that was a good amount of money for a piece of studio scenery that is not going to work yet. Yet. Good news is I have the skills, the talent, the stuff, just not the time to improve it so that I can use it. Yeah, everything is turning out. Everything looks good. Mm. So something that is really common in these old models. So these are from around 6th edition. So it would be like 90s, late 90s. And they had like 3 different types of material that they used during that time frame for their models. And one of them is metal, like this. And what's these barrels, instead of breaking off because it's metal, they'll bend and torque and twist. And if they're not taken care of, so I gotta check them all and make sure that they're straight. And if they're not, they gotta go in the bad pile because I'm not spending time fixing them now. We'll fix them at a time that I can free up time on the schedule and pencil it in. I think it looks pretty good so far. And the good news is, these ones that have paint on them, the guy that owned them and painted them thinned down his paints enough that I can just blast it with black primer to get it ready for somebody else to add their own touches without taking away from the detail on the model. Otherwise, if it had a bunch of caked on layers of paint to make sure that it was at the quality I want to be listed in my store, I would have to remove it all, and that's a process. Yeah, these are, I really wish that they made models like this again. Like, if they would have stuck with this and just improved the amount of detail and the quality of them, like, these are awesome. It's just, you know, with technology, and improvements. Like you can have like I call them micro details, but they're like instead of just small details, like they're additional details on top of small details. These ones lack that. You can tell because they're from the 90s. It's like old toys, you know? But incredibly, so the big difference between stuff like this from the 90s and stuff from Games Workshop today, everything today is created on the computer, like meaning like the sculpting and design and everything. Whereas back in the day, these were hand sculpted. So somebody actually like made a clay sculpt and like carved it out and made every one of these. And that's back when Games Workshop actually cared about their artists. So when they came out with something, they actually acknowledged them by putting their name on the advertised material and stuff. Nowadays, they're just like part of the studio. They're just workers. They're just like, yeah, design team, whatever. I think every artist deserves to be appreciated. Well, okay, maybe not every artist. I know some douchebag artists out there. But, you know, if an artist is working really hard and doing good things, I think they deserve acknowledgement. That's a better way of phrasing it. Somebody deserves credit for their efforts. These look phenomenal. Like I would play with these today. Like they're great. And I appreciate the fact that they're sculpted by hand versus the computer. It's fucking awesome. And these metal ones didn't really have as bad. Um, there was also another type that they came out with that was kind of like a pewter called fine cast, which is like a cheaper type of metal that they started using to cut back costs. Because these are really expensive to make. But they feel heavy because they are heavy, they're metal, versus the new plastic that are like super light and they feel flimsy. Like this thing feels expensive because it's heavy versus the new ones. Like I have a new model right here. This guy this model right here weighs 3 times the amount as this model. This is a new plastic model. I like the weight of it. Like when you pick it up off the table, like it feels nice. It's like moving a heavy chess piece. It's like feels nice. Yeah, these are incredible. I'll own all these again someday. I'm just clearing them all out. I had an idea. I wanted to do like a blast from the past like army where I bought like as many models from the range of that time as possible, and I was going to put them all together and theme them and color coordinate them, and then sell it. But I never had the time to devote to it. So good news is that gives me a lot of stuff to be able to offer other people and raise some money for the studio. Raise some money for the studio. All right, so those are all dusted off. Now I will take them over here and rub them off real quick. All right, now they're dusted off. So we'll be able to do the next step here in just a second. We'll get everything, get the area prepped to be able to spray some primer. I really need a tray. Put the Manticore project on the tray. You've been shelved. No. These pieces, so as few as those, we will make sure that we can pull them over. Let's all that. Go. Manticore project. Go over there for now. Now, go. Okay, so um, can I move you, meaning the camera, over there? Okay, you got that there. Okay, all right, bear with me. We are moving. Whoa. Over to the workstations. That guy is already ready. I can just list him. He looks good. These ones all need touch up. Airbrushing. I like to put up a backdrop to be able to spray test on. Gotta adjust my pressure settings and everything. So that should be, so somewhere between 20 and 30. They say you want to be like somewhere between 24 and 28. And it's whatever works for you. Just get in that range and start playing with it. Too much paint, but that's okay. Look at me, sorry. Come on, photo, wake up. Here's the test. Now, paint looks great on the wood board. Now, this next time, let's try to get it on the model. Two, three, four, five, six, seven. So, I don't think we need to thin it down. Let's test it. See what we're at. So, this is like for detail, huh? You should change the needle size. I didn't realize I had a detail needle on there. It's alright. These don't really need that touched up. Yeah. It'll still cover. That's gonna take a little longer. These little guys are going on the eBay store. I love these models though. These are all minis from 6th edition, and they're all Astros. Whoever buys them will be able to paint right away. That will get good coverage. The metal will show through, and metal's, obviously shine. Whoop! I need to stop doing that. It's because my this is way over there, so we need to move. Usually don't have my workspace so crowded, but I'm working on that Manticore, and then it kind of threw off operations. So it looks going on. Should be out of paint yet. Go being like that. Well, that's not cool at all. So looks like I might have a clog. Yeah. Fortunate. All right. I'm gonna soak this, disassemble it, and soak it. for a little bit. I'll get in there and clean it out. You might be able to. I need to run some shit through it. Sucks. Is now I gotta get all this paint in there. Can't see what that said. I think it's easier to paint than to play the game. Oh, that's literally no joke. It's literally no joke. Uh, Older editions were a lot worse. They've done a pretty good job at simplifying them, and there's a couple of if you're at the point that you're trying to learn the game, um, then there are some content creators out there that make like a step-by-step guide that literally breaks it down to like this is how you move. And it's like this is this is infantry. It can move 6 inches. Like they take like a ruler and they show you 6 inches, and then they're like, "Oh, okay, now you have finished moving." It's pretty cool. There are some really good ones out there. I'm probably gonna switch over to my other airbrush. I don't have any nice ones, but I got plenty of spare needles and stuff. So these two okay for a lot of stuff. But I messed up the other day and I tried to use some old paints, like thin down some old paints, and there were still some chunks because as paint dries out, it chunks. And I kept adding some solvent, some thinner to try to thin it down and mix it up real good. And I thought I did because it was like water. And I put it in my airbrush and tried to spray it out, and it came out beautiful for like the first 4 seconds, and then it clogged up my spray gun. So it's been fun getting it back where it needs to go. Well, look at that. I think we might be in business. Let's get a little more cleaner in there. Going down, spraying. Yeah, it's spraying. That's doing much better. Cool, look at that. That's what we wanted. Yeah, there's a clog in here. I even like I haven't used this particular airbrush in a couple of days, and I had it like I soaked it, I took it apart, I cleaned it. Never again, never use old paints, even if you thin them down in your airbrush. You're just asking for a bad time. Trying to pinch pennies. Feels really good. All right. I think we might have worked out the problem. Let me get rid of this because it's got paint in it. And then I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. We're back. Throw a little bit of this in there. Won't hurt it. Just sit it down even more. Any mixers over here? Perfect. Thought I got it out. Come on. We're gonna make this take a really long time. I was gonna. It was spraying perfect. This is the kind of luck that I have. That's good. Done. We gotta speed this up. And some gloves. I don't know where they went. I had a big box of them. We were gonna put gloves. Oh. Well, luckily I've got a couple stashed away over here. I just don't want to be covered in paint when I'm done. This will help speed it up if I can just not put them on the holder and just hold them with my hands. Really? Literally how my days go. Okay, fine. I'm just down with it. I'm just down with it. This is ridiculous. Like it's spraying air. The trigger having a hard time. Oh, no. Going back to what I should have said I was going to do 10 minutes ago. I checked all my equipment and everything. It's not this paint, right? Just fucking. It's alright. Yeah. Another bump in the road. But it's literally how all my days go. I try to go do something and it's like, oh, can't do that. Why not? Because of this, that, and this. Looks like I'm doing this, that, and this. And then maybe I can do that. It's always like, no, you can't do that. You gotta do this. And it's like, shit. No. Anybody else's days like that, especially on a Monday? We got, it says we got 0 viewers, so. Woo! I'm over here. So, yeah, that was uneventful. So we went from quickly airbrush priming all these minis to list on eBay to uh, disassembling and soaking an airbrush and maybe figuring out how to put together another one. Fun times. All right. I don't even know where all those pieces are for that other one. No, Jesus. Need your help. Severely lacking patience today. So I got this. This. This is my airbrush. There are many like it, but this one is mine. There we go. Go. Replace that. I didn't have a dropper before. Usually I mix up all my airbrush stuff, even if I'm just thinning it down in a separate container and then just drop it in. We've got, what size nozzle is this? Let's say. Two. Oh, I'll just replace it with the same ones of another one. Sorry, these are individually labeled. If you're looking for airbrush parts, Amazon's got them pretty cheap. Reviews are good. Alright, so we got 0.5. 2, 0.3, 0.3 is what we want right now. Well, we could make a 0.5. 0.2, that's a 0.3, so 0.3, 0.3. How big is the 5? We'll try the 5. Oh, major migraine. Ah, fuck, it sucks. Ah, I get these really strong migraines and headaches. It's not caffeine, it's not sleep, it's not anything I've done. I've cut all that stuff out before, and it still happens all the time. Alright. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Some people think that it's related to all the shit that we were exposed to. The burn pits. Alright, so I've got two different types of needles here. See, this is what came with the manufacturer. And throw that on this. So we don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. I don't need that. Or these. So do I have where's that little Ziploc that I just took all this shit out? My own worst enemy. There we are. All right. Check out this needle. Make sure she looks good. Woo, that is a big needle. So we can put that on this. Okay, we're good there. All right. The part that we're not good with is this is the factory one. And then I have that. So this comes out. I've never had to replace these because I usually just use a different airbrush pen. Do we even need that? Sizable difference. See, that's what I don't like. See, it's not big enough. So, so what we're gonna have to do is put this back in here. Make sure we don't damage it. We're going back to the 0.3. Smooth. Where you are. Alright. 0.3. That's what was on here before with 0.3. Oh, this one's much nicer. We're using a factory one, not that one. Yeah, we're using the factory. Let's take the needle. Their stuff is actually much nicer. There's no way that was smaller than 0.3. There's no way. That looks good. happen. I gotta pack this up before I try to put that on. Anybody in chat? All right. So tired. Okay, so put this back on there. So this is the front. That's the front. That is a phone number that is not listed. The hell's that? No clue. Okay, so then we have that. Then the next piece, so that's the rear. Then we have that. Mm, all those. I thought there was. So this will end up going here, like this. Yeah. That's interesting. Look, they're the same thread size. Yeah. Cool. So that should go in there like that. That goes in there like that. Here's the front. Then we've got, I think that's an extra piece. I don't remember that even being part of this one. Where is our needle? Oh, we haven't taken it out yet. 0.3. I wanted to double check this. So, of course, that other one didn't fit. We're in business. We might get some shit done today, people. Isn't that awesome? Hmm. Does it go this way or that way? This way or that way? Go that way. Gotta get this in there. You gotta go like this. Come on. Careful right here. So this thing we want to do is bend the needle. What's that noise? I'm gonna have to go getting sleepy. I enjoyed the stream. Oh, okay, lad. Yeah, you have a good day. Well, not day. Sorry. Good night. It's good chatting with you. Okay. Then this goes in there. Right. So we gotta get this out. That's so weird. Like a magnet in there? Alright. So this goes in first. It's like putting your rifle together for the first time. Only this isn't my first time. And there we go. Nicer, spray guns are a little bit easier to put together. So it's not even close, man. So what we need to do is we need to take this back end off. We've got to take all the pressure off this. And we're going to take this out. We've got to get this in there. Okay. Come on. Yeah. Really gotta be like that right now. I'm hitting something. I'm so worried I'm gonna bend this thing needle. The last damn thing I want to do is bend the needle. No, I'm missing something like that. What is that? What the hell is that? Does it go on the end? It probably goes on the end. No, it doesn't, does it? Because this goes over that. I think that fucking needle is bent. Fucking Chinese piece of shit. That should not be that hard. I should have went straight in. Why is it so far down? I think that's why. Well, all right, everybody. I gotta take a break. Uh, I'll be back on when I get back in the studio. Take care.